Shana Tova, a good new year and a happy and sweet new year. Jews around the world are celebrating Sukkot now. We go out of our houses, we build these booths for Sukkot, and with flimsy roofs made of agricultural products, temporary dwelling, and we eat there and we schmooze there and we drink there and we sleep there, and we generally try to spend as much time as possible in these booths. And the Torah tells us, they remind us of Hashem, God, guiding the Jewish people through the desert after we got out of Egypt, protecting us with his clouds of glory that surrounded the Jewish people, much like a sukkah with walls and a roof. And the idea being that, yes, there were booths in the desert. We lived probably in similar types of booths to what we have now, what we build now, but it also symbolizes these clouds of glory because it symbolizes more than just 40 years in the desert. What it symbolizes really is thousands of years in the journey of the Jewish people around the world. And it's an amazing, miraculous, incredible journey. Jews starting off in the Middle East, in Israel, spreading all over the world, and after 2,000 years returning to the land of Israel en masse. Millions of Jews. It's an incredible journey. The fact that we survived the Babylonian exile, the oppression of the Assyrians, the fact that we survived the Roman exile and the Greeks and their persecution and attempt to assimilate us, and we survived the Crusades and the Inquisition and the pogroms and the First and the Second World War. And it's unbelievable what we have been through. This journey has been something which is, if you would write it as fiction, you would probably think that it's too fantastic to be believable. It's not a publishable work. But the Jewish people's journey is not fiction, it's fact, and it's a journey which has brought us back to our homeland in modern times. And, you know, when we sit in the sukkah and we're surrounded by the agricultural products that we build the sukkah out of, we hold an etrog, which is a citron grown in the land of Israel, and a palm tree, the date palm, one of the typical and prototypical fruits and trees of the land of Israel. We have the willow, we have the hadass, the myrtle, and we have these beautiful fruits, these beautiful branches, these beautiful leaves of our holy land. And we live in these booths reminding ourselves of the journey that the Jews have been through, God's protective clouds that have guided us through that journey and brought us back home. It is, Maimonides says, a time to celebrate the land of Israel. It's a time to celebrate the fact that we are no longer in Egypt. We are no longer in the desert, and God brought us to a beautiful, wonderful land, a land flowing with milk and honey. So just one aspect of Sukkot that we should bear in mind is the journey of the Jews throughout history and our return home to enjoy the bounty, the fruits, the beauty of the land of Israel that God has merited us with in our lives in our time. Have a wonderful Sukkot, Chag Sameach, and Shana Tova, Sukkah, happy and sweet new year.